What's going on, everybody? It's David Mitchell here. Voice Autism, episode 62. Sorry about my parents in the back room. Sorry about my intro or my thumbnail for my day not working. It's been a little glitchy. But yeah. Me and my friend Anthony are repairing our friendship, but that's all I have to say about that. But yeah. Chill out that little thing. But yeah. Be right back, guys. But yeah. My day been going okay, but pretty well. Well, but yeah. But when I'm the day that I'm relaxing, give my update. And you guys have to notice I have to do a lot more video updates. Before I do, I gotta put my clothes away. But yeah. Everybody who live on autism spectrum picks up differently, including me. Socks, underwear. But yeah. It's kind of a rainy day here in South Carolina, but it's fine for me. You guys don't know, I did all out with my thing that I had, my awards that I got when I was younger. I'm done from going on to the spectrum to get to big job. Did I have to say that I have rebels? Look at the bear fell out. Yeah. But put my clothes away. I have my pants dresser in here, closet. Yeah, I'm going to be right back, and I'll go get the drink real quick. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, but I'm back now. I'm going to your villa up right now on my tablet. She was 10 minutes ago at 4 o'clock in the morning, her country. It's actually 4:39 there. And here, it is, you know. But I'm sorry that I am not able to get my thumbnail up and running right away. It only take a time that to happen. But yeah. I would have had my thumbnail up if it would have worked properly. But I'm in the new room. If you guys notice over there, behind the tree line, my tracks are over there behind the tree line. And I go over there in a clearing where I can see track very clear to do rail fading at. That's how I get my rail fading at. But yeah. Well, I have my tablet right here. But me and Anthony are rebuilding our friendship, and it's going pretty good so far. But seeing it right now, yeah, I gotta figure out why my thumbnail on my live stream not wanted to work properly. That I'm still trying to figure out. Because, you know, it's crazy. But yeah. And you guys like the new room? I have the brand to decorate it, but that's a little bit down the line. Probably there won't be no reason for me to decorate because I'll be moving in a couple months. But yeah. But change. Change is a part of life. Even people with autism. I need to change, and I'm on the autism spectrum. So people on the autism spectrum, we can't get used to it. I'm used to it a lot. Because I'm going through a lot of changes right now. So, the change that I'm not ready, people think that are way off. Because I'm ready for change. The change is a part of life. And everything is different for everybody. Even people on the autism spectrum. Including me. You have different type of people on this spectrum. High functioning, low functioning. Even medium. But everybody is different. That's a fact. Everybody is different on the spectrum. Including me. Including my fiance. Including Anthony. We're all different. Nobody is the same on the autism spectrum, and I really mean it. Everybody is different. Yeah. That thing painting I find wonderful. If you guys don't know. I've been watching some Van Off gaming today. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Van Off gaming fan. Yeah, I've been subscribed to Van Off since the very beginning he started the Call of Duty game videos. I've been subscribed to him that long that he had over 1,000 subscribers, or technically 10,000 to be exact. Yeah, I've been to subscribed to him all the way since the beginning. So, yeah, not crazy, but yeah, I've been subscribed to him. If you guys don't know. But if you guys know, my thumbnail not wanted to respawn, right? Probably because of weak signal, because Wi-Fi been acting up lately. That was one of the reasons why last time. Sorry. But yeah, using my tablet. But you guys know, I have 3 tablets, or technically 2 tablets, one and another one in the box. That's my work tablet. But yeah. And also, you guys probably have seen my video of Trotton Area Model Railroad Club yesterday. And the relevant video I did yesterday. So I kinda did them too. So yeah. Yeah. I was worried about that a little distracted by a video. That's crazy. I'm sorry about that, guys. I am a little distracted at the moment. It happened. And I've been doing a lot more stuff recently, meaning people on the autism spectrum, we can do a lot of different stuff. If you guys did not know. But yeah. It's something that people on the autism spectrum know way so much. And I mean a lot. I even do a lot of stuff myself. But yeah. But not saying about everybody on autism spectrum, everybody is different. I even do a lot of stuff. But yeah. But it's something I find unique. Now, same with autism here, the reason why I do this is to get my voice out there. I believe what we need to start doing is, oops, sorry, not that air bubble, is to speak our voice. That's what I believe we need to do, start speaking our voice, showing people how we feel. Something I believe that we need to start doing. But yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. A little bit distracted, you know. Yeah. Everybody is different on the spectrum. You guys seen the little achievement chain that I got? That was back from when I went elementary and middle school. So I had those chains for over 10 years now. And you guys probably know I don't have any award from high school. So I don't have any award from there. But yeah. But I would have everybody treated me better. high school, and one, even though I was treated like crap in elementary school, I still ended up with rewards. That crazy thing. I still ended up with awards from, you know, elementary and middle school, but high school, that was completely different. I got treated like crap in any school that is too, and people try to make it look like they're doing that to make it to help me. It's really not. When you think you treated somebody a way that you want to treat them, thinking it helped, it really don't. Even somebody on the autism spectrum, like me, I had to go through that when I went to elementary school. Back when I was in kindergarten. Oh, but they thought it was, kids used to thought it was funny to get me in trouble a lot and blame stuff on me. So people on the autism spectrum, we used to get blamed for a lot of stuff that we did not even do. And it was not right. Oh, sorry about the back area of my hair. Got my cowlicks in the back. But yeah. But it was not right how people used to blame stuff on us. We got blamed for stuff that we did not even did. And our people thought that was funny in a way. And in the end, we get, screwed from it. And I did not even found it right at all. I actually got angry at it. There's no reason why. If you got stuff that I went through, no other person on the autism spectrum should go through it. And I mean it. I really mean it. No other person on the autism spectrum should have gone through what I went through. And I really mean it. In a big way. Yeah. So for somebody like me to go through that and get voice out, it takes balls of steel. And that's what I'm doing. But I still have stuff that I'm scared of. Or I still have some fear. Everybody do. Including me. Everybody have different type of fears, except that they're scared of it. But yeah. Besides, there's still stuff that I'm feared of, or I'm scared of. And that makes it hard for me. And it makes it hard for people like on autism spectrum, but sometimes we have to go through it. And pray for impact. Including me. But everybody is different, and it will mean it. But when I was in elementary school, like when I went to Angelo Birthday Elementary School, they were a playground for people like me, special needs students, what they call that, would mean kid that won't, special need, I think it really mean no potential, and they did throw them down there saying make you look special, when in reality you really not, and they did treat you like that way to make you look like you're better than everybody else when you're really not. They're trying to cover up that there's no help for us. It really, reason what it actually what Special needs mean no potential. And in the end, we get screwed over head over heels for it. You see people in special needs classes who get done with high school and all that, and they end up going to a caregiving home. And some of them who made it out said the same thing that I said. Special needs, there's no potential and no way out unless you start growing up and fighting against people who think you should be in there. I managed to get out by the time I was in high school. I got it put in a resource list. Resource I do support because they look for stuff that you're good at or try to help, but they're not as good as they seem and they still need to work on more stuff. And look, people out there are finally starting to see people with autism as a part of our community, and they're starting to realize how much capability we have. It took a long time, but we're slowly getting there. And it will still take a long time, and I really do mean it. Even for people like on autism spectrum. Another thing is that, let me get back to the first day I was in kindergarten, and they were for a special needs student. I picked up a beer bottle on the playground that was never cleaned up. That beer bottle exploded in my hand. So, if you think, dude, if they said it was nobody's fault and it was their responsibility to clean up the playground, they never did. And my mom had to pay for it bill. I was not even able to use my hand for a month. That's how bad the glass exploded in my hand. That's up to get me angry that people like the on autism spectrum have to go through stuff like that for no freaking reason. And I know what special needs really mean. If you see people who are special needs, you realize that none of them won't be able to live on their own unless they get proper help, and special needs don't really do it. Like, I see it out there every day. And most of them kids who are not reserved but special needs, who can't even talk or are so shy and act like little kids, most of them are going to end up in but caregiving home or like adult caregiving homes. And probably will be locked in a room or treated like a little kid. That is very toxic and harmful for the autism community and every other community that have a mental disability. They don't even help. If you go back a decade ago, people on Down syndrome had to deal with this. Recently, people on Down syndrome are fighting back and telling it enough is enough. And that's what people like on the autism spectrum need to start doing, and telling them, look here. We feel the same way as people who had Down syndrome. Same with the country that my fiance is from, the Philippines. We need to start making a change. I really mean it. We really do. That if we don't, this is going to keep on happening. And sad thing is a 19-year-old girl who was on autism spectrum just became a victim of it, and she took her own life because of it. And get what they're blaming? Autism, when they're really not autism. A 19-year-old girl on autism spectrum took her own life because of how people were treating her, and they blamed her autism. No, it was not that. It was them treating her in a way. And autism spectrum is going to use it to try to take finding care for autism. The reason why I don't like autism speak because they use it stuff against us. If they're trying to say find a prenatal care, or try to find a thing to tell if a baby's going to have autism or not. Just like they're saying for Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome are very picked off about that. Same with people on autism spectrum. Now, here's the thing. Do that, and you're going to have a holocaust with the autism community. With the reason why I'm standing up and telling people, quit treating people with autism like a disease and like quit. Because if we don't, we're going to deal with a whole new holocaust that is not like what Jews had, but what people on the autism spectrum are going to have to deal with if we don't stop. And one of the reasons why. And we are a minority too. Like people on the autism spectrum, we're a minority. Just like any other type of people. And we need to start being treated like proper human beings instead of like babies, little kids. It's disrespectful. And it's degrading. And I mean degrading and all that. This is what causes people on the autism spectrum not to feel like they want to be around. And make it feel like we're not wanted. And it's not right. And this is what people on the autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. Like, with autism speak, there's a reason why I don't support them. They treat people with autism like a disease. They try setting our voices up. And when somebody on the autism spectrum speak, they try to set our voices up or try to blackmail us. Or try to sue us. If you wanted to help the people that you meant to help, you need to quit that and quit calling it a disease. Look, one of these days, there's going to be a president or somebody who on the autism spectrum, who, if they come president, you're going to realize you made a big mistake and you should have never treated that way you did. Autism speak, it's time for you to change. Change with a program, or go out of business, or to shut up with your propaganda. That's what I have to say. And that this just taking that except that they did to people like on autism spectrum, that's not right. And then supporting that center up in New York that had 6 people, yes, 6 people on autism spectrum in their caregiving died already, and then 7 ended up in hospital because of their treatment. That is disgusting. If I was governor of the state of New York, I would have put every one of the people who worked there in prison. That's what I would have done. And I would have put it on capital punishment for torture. Under my book, that's torture. And torture do not work. And for people on the autism spectrum, you're really causing a messed up change to happen. If them using electrotherapy, what they call it, I call it electric torture in my books. And they support that stuff. And you gotta remember, I showed you that video when the Super Blood Moon happened, of what they support. That I do not allow. And autism speak, shame on you for treating people on the autism spectrum that way. Shame on you. And I mean shame on you for what you've done to people like that. And I'm not a puzzle piece. I'm a human being. Just because I have autism, that makes me something else. I'm not a puzzle piece. I'm not blue like you are. My fiance favorite color is blue, but you just insult the color and you make it look like a puzzle piece because one, you originally started with guys who did get it, and you tried to denounce girls who had autism. You guys literally denounced them when you first began, making it where people who are female don't get it. And you made it where, because blue represents guys back then, not now. You made it look like that, and you made it into a puzzle piece saying autism is like a puzzle piece that needs to be solved. That is insulting. It's racist. And it's discriminating. And I see through your stuff. Using propaganda and all of that. It's not right. So Autism Speaks, if you try to go after me, you're going to have a world of hurt. Trust me. But I'm not the only one who stand up to your stuff. And your shit. I'm not the only person. There are more people out there that stand up against you than you think there is. And there are bigger organizations out there that support people like that do it right instead of you. And we're going to make sure you realize your mistake. And Autism Speaks is the enemy. I'm using it from a fellow YouTuber who a friend of mine on Facebook.
So this week's video, I want to do something a little bit different. I just wanted to talk
a friend of mine on Facebook
about what the deal is with Light Up Blue and Autism Speaks and Red Instead, and why a lot of autistic people actually do not support and actually really
my friend
dislike Autism Speaks.
Explain it.
Why many autistic people ask that non-autistics do not light up blue in April for Autism Awareness Month. And so I just kind of want to talk about that in this video because I get these questions a lot, and I thought it would just be easier to put it all in one place.
A friend of mine on
So if you're
Facebook.
curious about any of that and the what's the deal with Autism Speaks and Light Up Blue, and why do autistic people say no to this every April, stay tuned and I'm going to talk about it. So, Autism Speaks started in 2005 by Bob and Susan Wright. They have
that was
2
14
daughters
years ago.
because both of them have come at me on Twitter before, telling me, threatening me, and saying different things.
Autism people will threaten you, and they don't know. If we stand up against them, they won't have a choice. And if we so all accept, we can bring them down. There are a lot more people out there who stand up against them every day.
But this was started because Bob and Susan's autistic grandson, and this family has a lot of money. Let's see, it was estimated
a lot of money
that
won't save you
2013,
what you screwed up.
Autism Speaks CEO's salary was $371,000. Let's see what else. Autism Speaks spent over $52 million in advertising 1 year. So with all of that, they're pulling in a lot of money. This family and this organization has a lot of money. And the problem, there's a lot of problems. One, let's start with their name. Autism Speaks. It is an organization full of non-autistic people who are speaking about autism. And the name implies Autism Speaks, that they need to speak for autistic people.
They really don't speak for people like that. They don't.
As I've seen with daughters, Katie and whatever the other girl's name was, when autistic people do try to speak up and say that they disagree with Autism Speaks or the messages that Autism Speaks stands out, Autism Speaks actually seems to be trying to silence autistic people.
They try to shut it up.
So that's an issue, at least from my experience with Katie and her sister. The other issue is the amount of money they're pulling in and the use of that money. You know, they say they're funding research and helping families, and a very small percentage of that actually goes to helping families and giving back. A lot of their money actually goes into marketing their organization and, you know, salaries of their CEOs and people like that. So, and up until recently, maybe I think it was 2016, correct me if I'm wrong, their mission still included the cure and finding cures of autism.
That I do not support.
So they're very outdated, and they don't speak for autistic people. They don't have autistic people on their board. They had an autistic person on their board before, but they didn't stay on their board very long. So it sounds like maybe they weren't being listened to because they left. So there's just a lot with this organization here. They are a big part of perpetuating the stigma that autism is this horrible, horrible thing that families have to overcome. Because that's been the Autism Speaks narrative from day one. Is if you read around on their website, it's horrible. Autistic people hate it, but it's just talking about how bad autistic people are and how hard autistic parents have it when they have to have an autistic kid. They push ABA therapies, which is essentially abusive.
We got a train coming. If you guys don't know. If you look right there, two trees right there, we have a train going by. But yeah. But yeah, I know I live right by a rail line. But we do have a train.
Training for children. It's been the Autism Speaks narrative from day one. Is if you read around on their website, it's horrible. Autistic people hate it, but it's just talking about how bad autistic people are and how hard autistic parents have it when they have to have an autistic kid. They push ABA therapies, which is essentially abusive dog training for children.
Dad,
there's all these things.
If you guys don't know, I'm into ABA therapy, and I support stuff that she is saying because that's what I go through. What I went through. Oh! That train I caught about a week ago just went by again. And I had to welcome that back. It just seemed it went right through the window. Right through one line over there. You guys already know I caught the locomotive on video a week ago. On my rail fan video I rebuilt it, but yeah,
they've been doing, and they're not listening to autistic people, and they're very popular amongst parents of autistic children, neurotypical parents of autistic children, or people with young children who are first diagnosed, but they don't have the support of the older autistics and the adult autistics and the autistic community. And they've done a really good job of showing themselves off to the rest of the world in a way that people think, oh yeah, Autism Speaks is awesome.
It's not.
I'm supporting autism by donating to Autism Speaks. And it's like, no, none of that money actually helps autistic people.
It don't.
It helps that giant, massive organization, fund more marketing, and a very small percentage of their funds actually goes to helping people. So don't support Autism Speaks. Don't light up blue. The next thing is that awfully ugly, offensive puzzle piece logo, which is Autism Speaks.
And I was talking about that earlier.
Representation of how the autistic person is a puzzle that needs to be solved, or a part of a person, or a broken, defective. It has a lot of different meanings. It's also a blue puzzle piece because they originally thought autism was only affecting boys, so that's why it's blue, and that's why everything's light up blue. So a lot of that is also outdated because we know now that there are plenty of autistic women out there.
My fiance Valvaria, she is one, and I have her YouTube channel linked down below.
Does not speak for autistic people because they cannot speak for us because they are not autistic.
She right.
The stigma and the message Autism Speaks is a problem. So, those are just a few things, and I encourage you to dig deeper. I just needed to mention it because I've had questions, and I wanted to throw that out there. And this month in April, I will be.
If you guys don't know, April is 2 months away, and you know I'm gonna be writing it up red, not blue. You guys know I'm gonna be writing it up red.
Doing what I can to spread and amplify the voices of autistic people during Autism Acceptance / Awareness Month, because we don't really need awareness. People know autism exists.
It needs to be Autism Acceptance Month, like she said.
Don't have an understanding of what autism actually is, but we need them to accept us. We don't need them to be aware of us anymore. We're way past that point, I hope. So I will be lighting up red instead this month, or next month, which is a grassroots autistic, led social media hashtag and campaign to kind of counteract all that blue, because red is the opposite of that, kind of. So that's what I'll be doing this month. Anyway, guys, do you like Autism Speaks? Did you know about Autism Speaks? Do you have comments on why you don't like Autism Speaks? Did you like this video about Autism Speaks? Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I'll talk more about Autism Speaks next.
Yeah. You're another fellow YouTuber. My little brother and his girlfriend, are you?
I am an autistic person. I am speaking. Listen, I am not a puzzle piece. I am not an epidemic, a disease, or a burden. I am not broken. I am not missing. I am not something to exploit for money. I don't need to be cured because there's nothing wrong with me. Autism Speaks exploits and dehumanizes me for its
Now,
own
what Autism
benefits.
Speaks do to people like
Supporting
that?
Autism Speaks means supporting exploitation, dehumanization, murder, and eugenics. Seeing people in places lighted up blue is a painful reminder that autistic people are not seen as equals, but as lesser. It shows me that I have to remove a vital part of me and cease to be who I am, to be seen as human and equal to everybody else.
That's what Autism Speaks make people like us
Yes, people
feel.
can light it up blue for one day and say they contributed to autism awareness, but it doesn't do a thing for autistic people like me, who have to fight stigma and negative rhetoric day after day after
Racism,
day.
too.
Does my voice really matter so little? Am I just a puzzle piece making noise? Is anyone listening to me? Or am I being drowned out by blue light and cure campaigns? I am autistic. I am speaking. Autism is not the enemy. Autism Speaks is the enemy.
This is what autism should be right here, not this. You see what you mean? This is what the symbol for autism should look like, not this. There are reasons why people like us do not support Autism Speaks. There are reasons why. Because of how they treat us. And it is the same that they make people like on autism spectrum look bad. There are more people out there like me who say that we don't support. Did a YouTuber friend of mine who recorded their video in 2011, over almost a decade ago. Who is speaking their voice, just like me. Because you're not a disease. There's no cure. best thing to do is support her, not go against her.
Autism Speaks, and that there are issues with the way Autism speaks about autistic people and issues with the way that they spend their money, as would be there as another voice to say that there's another way.
I am here, I think, mostly for three major reasons. I'm here because I'm against practicing eugenics as practiced by Autism Speaks.
Autism Speaks do eugenics, and I said against it.
We spend money for Autism Speaks as charity do not know where their money goes towards, and I think it is important for them to know. And I'm here because if people with autism were in decision-making position, even if we have
I want my autism to be seen in a light better than the less than flattering one that it's been portrayed in so often, and just in the media and just in everyday conversation, even sometimes.
And Autism Speaks is a hate group.
I'm here because I have autism myself, Asperger's syndrome, and I believe it's
What
very
me and my
important that
fiancée
you
Belle
have your
have.
own rights to speak your own mind. I mean, if you are not able to stand up for yourself, you're not going to be able to get what you need. You will be dependent on other people to speak.
I'm here today because I support autistic self-advocacy, and
Autism Self-Advocacy is a group that I support, and my fiancée Val support too.
I'm here because I feel like dollars raised to support autistic people should actually go to people and families.
I'm here to stand up and support my rights.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm supporting my rights too.
I'm here today to protest Autism Speaks for a lot of reasons, perhaps the most important one being that they are not representative of autistic
They're
people's
not.
best interests, nor are they representative of families' best interests. Only 2% of the money they raise actually goes back
Mama
to
wants you. 1 minute, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. But yeah. But
communities, so they are in effect driving money out of Columbus. Another major issue is they do not have autistic representation in their leadership.
nobody in
which
the
is
group
hugely
are
problematic.
not the
My
spectrum.
name is Cindy Self, and I teach at Ohio State University, and I'm here today to support autistic people's right to speak for themselves and to let people know what they need and what they want. I think that's an important part of the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network advocacy movement.
is being able to make that change happen.
But I do not support autism people. There's a reason why. I do not. There are a lot of reasons why I do not support autism speech.
I direct a local student chapter of
This
the
is from
Autistic
2010.
Self-Advocacy Network, or ASAN. April is Autism Awareness Month. So on April 1st, myself and two other autistic people from our ASAN chapter hit the pavement and handed out flyers that dispel myths about autistic people.
The reason why.
As the three of us were walking across Ohio State campus, we came across something foul. The Autism Speaks Student Chapter's awareness event, 100 signs, literally, 100 signs stuck into the campus lawn.
It is
all
disgusting
bearing
what they say
110
about
on
people
front with
autism.
various ridiculous, fear-spreading slogans on the back. Phrases like, support autism research, disturb the sound of silence, and for every locked mind, there's a key to find, and autism knows no race, ethnicity, social boundary, family income, lifestyle, or education level, among others. These slogans portrayed autistic people as shut off from the world, as though they lack humanness and worth. We grew even more upset as we overheard other students and passersby concluding that autism is scary because, according to Autism Speaks, it's more prevalent than, quote, diabetes, AIDS, and cancer combined, and causes a, quote, 80% divorce rate among parents of autistic children.
How would autism speak?
So, as we shared these photos and stories with others in the local autistic community, the outrage spread.
Ignorance is contagious, and unfortunately, Autism Speaks is a heavy carrier of ignorance.
That's what autism
So,
speak is.
we decided to stage a protest.
That's what I'm doing in April.
We're people, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles. People, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles.
People, not puzzles.
I am here to support neurodiversity. As
That's
an
what I
ally
supported.
to the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network.
We're just passing these out because it's Disability Awareness Week. And
It's like, oh wait,
well, we're also here on behalf of the Autism Advocacy Network. They're a group of students with autism who advocate for themselves via Autism Speaks Slogan and the organization.
Here, kicker. The Autism Self-Advocacy Group is now bigger than Autism Speak. Even the autism group that I'm part of, what they call Inca, is bigger than them now. You know reason why? We're speaking our voice.
Speaks does not in fact speak for autistic people because they don't actually have autistic people involved in the organization at high levels. As at OSU, we have a disability studies program, and one of the things that you learn in disability studies is that during disability rights movements, it's kind of nothing about us without us.
That's true.
We are human beings and we have intrinsic rights to spread the
We have
message
rights
that
as any
funding doesn't
normal
need to go
person.
towards secure, that it should be going towards community resources, especially since all the kids that are now being diagnosed with autism are going to grow up, be adults, and need the supports in place.
One day we'll have a president on autism spectrum, and that new Autism Speak is going to be wishing that they have not done their crap to us. And I mean it. One day. I mean, one day eventually.
I'm here today just to make sure that people understand that autistic people can speak for themselves and advocate for themselves, and they don't necessarily need doctors or specialists to speak for them.
People can advocate. I think it's a very important issue to treat human beings not really as problems to be solved, but as people, so to speak, feel exist in the world maybe differently, uniquely, whatever it is, to give them rights to speak for themselves and to let them be who they want to be.
You gotta know what I mean now.
I'm here today because
Because
I'm sick of organizations that are run by non-autistic people telling
if you support
us what
autism,
we should
support
do
an
about
organization that is run by people on autism spectrum, not by one that
I'm here today
provides
because I
autism
wanted to
speech.
support the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. I wanted to
The Autism Self-Advocacy Network group that I
doesn't want
support.
to hear people who are autistic and love them as people.
And if autism speak get their way, there's going to be a whole new holocaust, but with the autism community. This is the reason why I'm dead against autism speaks. Because of all the damage that they can do to us.
Disclaimer. This video contains strong language and footage that some viewers may find distressing. Viewer discretion is advised. All copyrighted material is used under fair use, and links to all information used to make this video are included in the description. If you're watching on YouTube and want to see some of my writing about life on the autism spectrum and other things that pique my interest, visit my website, grace8.com. Hello, I'm Graham. I'm the one who writes all the posts on the Grace 8 blog. And welcome to a video which, in all honesty,
You fellow
I've been
YouTuber
making
a
a long time
friend of
about.
mine.
Yesterday was World Autism Awareness Day, and as is so often the case when these types of events come around, people decided to show their support and solidarity with people like me who are on the autism spectrum by adding one of those twinkling things to their profile pictures on social media, along with some other token gesture which goes back and forth draw to gather dust until next year comes along. But I digress. These things almost always attract a cynical reaction, but one thing that never fails to piss me off is seeing people who have decided to light it up blue for Autism Awareness Day.
It
Light
gets
It
me
Up
mad
Blue, of course,
too.
being the flagship campaign from the topic of today's rant, One Autism Speaks. It pisses me off seeing this because the end result of me seeing people participating in this campaign is that I have to take time out from the one day of the year where I can rest assured that some people are at least trying to make themselves aware of the issues that I face as an autistic adult in order to type out an abridged version of the script that I'm writing for this video. So while I genuinely do hope that this video is useful and informative, I must admit that my key motivator for making it is just to give my keyboard a break every 8 or second. I give myself the option to just copy and paste the link to this video in lieu of venting my spleen, because that kind of wears thin when you're having to do it for 4 years on the trot. Suppose I'd best give you a brief rundown of who exactly they are and what exactly it is they do. Autism Speaks was founded in the US in 2005 by Bob and Suzanne Wright after one of their grandchildren was diagnosed with an autism spectrum condition, which I'll shorten from now on to ASC. Bob Wright is the former chairman of the US TV network NBC, the one's responsible for, amongst other things, Friends, Seinfeld, Parks and Rec, and pretty much any other American sitcom that you've ever heard of. They raise money through community groups fundraising for them, as well as their trademark autism walks, as well as their Light It Up Blue merchandise. They also used to have a UK-based arm called Autistic Ed, which annoyed me greatly, not just because it means that these guys have some connections to my country, but also they stole the name from my planned all autism diagnosing-based Metallica cover band. However, Autistic had broke links with Autism Speaks back in 2010, hopefully because they found the things that I'm about to explain as reprehensible as I and most other people on the autism spectrum do. So that's some background on the group. They have big, influential people behind them, and plenty of boots on the ground in the form of concerned parents of autistic children and other third-party fundraisers wanting to do their bit to support the cause of helping autistic people, but not knowing any better about what it is exactly that their money's going toward. So without any further ado, here's a list of my problems with Autism Speaks. Problem number 1. There is not a single person involved with Autism Speaks at a decision-making level who has an autism spectrum condition
They get me
themselves.
aggravated.
Now, I'm quite active as a disabled person's rights activist. I was a disabled students officer in my students' union. I founded a community like Disabled Persons Advocacy Network, and my full-time job is making arts courses and readings easier to access for disabled young adults. I live and breathe, therefore, on the key principle of the disabled person's rights that is reflected in our
That's
super
what I
motto,
support.
nothing about us without us. Basically
That's
meaning that if
true.
someone is going to decide what is best for us as disabled people, then disabled people should be involved in the process in which these decisions are reached.
That's true right
Autism
there.
Speaks spectacularly fails in this regard by only having one single person on the autism spectrum anywhere close to anyone on the decision-making side of the group throughout their entire 11-year
And even
history.
Tigger,
And
they
even
put in
managed to
clips.
force him out, which we'll get into more detail on in a bit. Problem number 2. Autism Speaks regularly uses their platform to peddle damaging rhetoric about people with autism that reinforces negative stereotypes. Putting my activist hat back on for a minute, I'll just briefly explain the two models of disability to help this move along. Put simply, these two models are the medical model and the social model of disability. The medical model views a disability as something that will hinder a person's ability to live a quote-unquote normal life, whereas the social model views societal constructs as the thing that prevents a quote-unquote normal life. So to give an example, a wheelchair user wants to go to a coffee shop, but you need to get up a step to get into the shop. Under the medical model of disability, the condition that causes the person to need the wheelchair is what's stopping them from getting that coffee. Whereas the social model dictates that it's the lack of an accessible entrance to the building that's stopping the wheelchair user from getting the coffee. Disabled people prefer the social model because our
I support the social
life
model.
relies on societal change and cooperation from non-disabled people. Guess which model Autism Speaks prefers? They're constant referring to autism as a disease that needs to be cured and or eradicated, is causing a lot of the issues that autistic people face in trying to live an independent life. The neglectful attitude to the damage their rhetoric causes is best demonstrated, however, with problem number 3, I am autism. Now, I could go into a huge rant about this clip, but I'd rather you make your own mind up, so I'm just going to play the clip for you.
I am autism.
Did
I'm visible in
really
children,
got me
but if
really
I can help it,
pissed off
I
when
am
I seen
invisible
this.
to you until it's too late. I know, and I will bankrupt you for my own self-gain. I don't sleep.
Did really get
so
me
I make sure
mad
you
when
don't
they
either.
faced what
I will make
autism
it
is.
virtually impossible for your family to easily attend a temple, birthday party, public park, without a struggle, without embarrassment, without pain. You have no cure for me. Your scientists don't have the
Did
resources,
really
and
get
I
me
relish their
mad.
desperation. Your neighbors are happier to pretend that I don't exist. Of course, too.
Did
It's their child. I am autism. I have no interest in right or wrong. I derive great pleasure out of your loneliness. I will fight to take away your hope. I will
Did
plot
it
to
really-
rob you of your children and your dreams. I
did
will
get
make
me
sure
mad
that
because
you
one,
wake up, you will
did
cry,
not what
you will
autism
take
is.
care
That's
of my
a
child
lie.
after I die.
Because me and my fiance, we're both on autism spectrum. Same like Anthony.
And you should be. I am autism. You ignored me. That was a mistake.
Okay, now I'm done smashing my head into the wall. I need to point out that despite what this video claims, yes, people on the spectrum need additional help and support, but we are not burdens on our families. We are not comparable to a disease, and we are capable of being functioning members of society. The sad thing is, this isn't even their worst video. The worst one is called Autism Every Day, which I'm not going to play in full because it's 13 minutes plus. But I will play this one segment from it because regardless of its context, its inclusion in a video that is trying to show what day-to-day life of autism is like is absolutely disgusting.
But I remember that was a very scary moment.
This is what
when
did
I
me
realized I
aggravated.
had sat in the car for about 15 minutes and actually contemplated putting Jody in the car and driving off the George Washington Bridge. That would be preferable to having to put her in one of these schools. And it's only because of Lauren, the fact that I have another child, that I probably didn't do it.
You hear that, right?
Yeah, that's the shit we have to deal with. Let's move on. Problem number 4.
Here, Teen, if I heard that video at the time, that parent would have been ended up in prison. I would have simply put her in prison and took that daughter away from her. That's what people whack on autism spectrum deal with. That shit right there is what people whack up on autism spectrum deal with. And here, Teen, there have been times that autistic people get killed by their own parent and parents get away with and put in a mental hospital and sometimes get free down the line. Exactly like they're making a get out of jail free card just because the person has autism. It's same with people who kill a normal person, or not a normal person, but a person with autism. They make it like that too. So here about it. If you don't want this stuff to keep on happening, quit supporting Autism Speak and get our voices out there instead of supporting them. That reason why I have a problem with Autism Speak.
Suzanne writes op-ed. Remember earlier when I mentioned that Autism Speaks forced out one person on the spectrum who got anywhere near the leadership of the group? His name was John Elder Robertson. And it was this op-ed by Suzanne Wright that drove him to hand in his resignation. Here's what she wrote ahead of an Autism Speaks event in Washington in 2013. Bear in mind that Robertson had been on the advisory board for a while as a volunteer and was providing his own first-hand experiences as an autistic person for the group to take forward. Advice which clearly fell on deaf ears given the content of this piece. This week is the week America will fully wake up to the autism crisis. If 3 million children in America one day went missing, what would we as a country do? If 3 million children in America one morning fell gravely ill, what would we as a country do? We would call out the Army, Navy, Air Force and Marines. We'd call up every member of the National Guard. We'd use every piece of equipment ever made. We'd leave no stone unturned. Yet we've, for the most part, lost touch with 3 million American children. And as a nation, we've done nothing. We've let families split up, go broke, and struggle through their days and years. No more. Tomorrow in Washington, D.C., we will gather an unprecedented number of bipartisan officials, congressional leaders, and experts in every area of autism for a 3-day summit. We will demand a national response. Don't our families deserve it? America has always been about its great people. Yet we seem to have forgotten our children, and our children are our future. Each day across this country, those 3 million moms, dads,
13. People on autism spectrum, we may change. 9, I guarantee most of the people may change were on the autism spectrum, and I guarantee the people who are not a small percentage. I guarantee that. And I really mean it.
The caretakers I mentioned wake to the sounds of their son or daughter bounding through the house. That is if they aren't already awake. Truth be told, many of them barely sleep, but when they do, they somehow sleep with one ear towards their child. Always waiting.
That's why, because me and my fiance sleep like rocks. People on the autism spectrum like that, we sleep a lot sometimes. And everybody is different on the autism spectrum. Nobody is the same. Autism is not an epidemic.
Wondering what they will get into next. Will they try to escape, hurt themselves, strip off their clothes, climb the furniture, raid the refrigerator? Sometimes the silence is worse. These families are not living. They are existing, breathing, yes, eating,
And this is what
yes,
autism speaks
sleeping,
do.
maybe, working, most definitely, 24/7. This is autism.
No,
Life
it's
is
not.
lived moments, moments, in
It's not.
anticipation of the child's next
This is a lot.
despair in fear of the future.
And you're seeing,
This is autism.
if somebody on the autism spectrum wondering for correctly hears it, they are going to automatically demand autism speak this symbol of self and quit being a thing. And I mean it.
Mentally, physically, and especially emotionally.
So
Maybe they've been overwhelmed.
you're saying, if people on autism spectrum start standing up and telling autism speak go away, with what I say, that I do not support autism speaks. And this video right here perfectly tells the reason why.
Maybe their child has been trying to fight them or themselves. Maybe they can't afford the
And for people who are listening, if you were not willing to watch 12 minutes of video, then take to the rest because there's still 11 minutes in this video left.
to the doctors specialising in autism. Maybe there's a waiting list for ABA, speech, no T.
Here's the thing, ABA is technically abusive dog therapy for kids. I went through it and I survived, and it was a miracle that I had no damage. The same with my fiance Belle. We're both on autism spectrum, did what people like on autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. And I mean it. And for people out there who support this stuff, how could you do this to somebody like us? You are the disgusting human being if you support autism speaks.
So pay. Maybe they don't have the money to pay a special lawyer to fight the school services. This is autism.
That ain't
If any
true,
of this sounds
because
familiar,
one,
you know
I'm on the
autism.
autism spectrum.
If you know
Two,
autism,
my
you know
fiance
we are
on the
looking at
autism
modern mental
spectrum.
health crisis, and we have no national plan. The way I describe the book is really just the beginning. In the next 10 years, 500,000 Americans with autism.
I just
Who
gotta
cares
fast
for these
forward
children?
to.
There's no national plan to build a city for
Shut
500,000 people. So let's start back a minute. Consider the babies being diagnosed with autism every day in this great country.
Here, team. Autism is a neurological change. It's in the brain, not a disease. But autism speak narrative, if you make it look like a disease, will aggravate the crap out of you.
Getting the same medical care and therapies
And it
across the
really
board.
ticked me
Are we doing
off.
anything to guarantee they get a fair shot at a productive future? We know children from minority and lower income families are not getting diagnosed as early as they should be, so their treatment begins later, which might decrease their chance of progress. How about at school? Is there a national curriculum for our children? Are we encouraging teachers around the country to share with each other lesson plans and methods that work for them?
See what people on autism spectrum deal with. And we get screwed head over heels because of people like that.
Yet our future depends on it.
And I
Financially,
really
we
mean it.
estimate it costs $2.3 million for one person with autism for their lifetime. And it'll be well over $137 million for all our children.
It's up that
But
gets
money
me
aside,
aggravated.
these are our children. The late scholar Neil or Eat Independent. And shortly after this was published, and they'll take care of themselves.
Sorry, I had to fast forward.
Imagine
So.
3 million of our own, unable to. Robertson resigned shortly after this was published.
Robertson
National
with
Autism Plan. Now,
Burton.
we are heading
He
to
was one that
Washington
he was the
for
only
action
person
a
on the
national
autism
plan.
spectrum
Now,
who worked for them, and he
we are
resigned
asking
after he
autism
heard this.
autism
And he quit
education
supporting
says,
the group,
now,
and he was the only one on the
Washington,
autism
here we
team
come, because we need to help
in
our
the group,
families.
and then he
Now,
did quit because of that.
Robertson resigned shortly after this was published and explained why in the blog post linked in the description. Problem number 5. What they do with the money they raise. Now, if you're involved in a third sector or a charitable organisation, I'm sure you'll agree that the key thing that the money that these groups raise should go towards would be providing direct support for the people who wish to access their services. For example, you'd imagine that a group like the NSPCC would divert the majority of its funding towards carrying out the various operations that it needs to do in order to protect vulnerable children. Bear that in mind as you look at this pie chart made up of data from Autism Speaks' 2010 accounts. Family services. The thing that the majority of people who donate to Autism Speaks assume that their money will go towards actually makes up an unforgivable 4% of their outcomes. The fact that they spend more than 5 times that on their advertising, we saw earlier with the video clips what their advertising is like, is bad enough. But more troubling is their 44% contribution towards research. What that means is that they are spending almost half the total money they raise trying to find the holy grail that is the cure for autism. To clear that point up once and for all, there is no cure for autism. There will never be a cure for autism. It can mitigate the symptoms with the right support, but it doesn't and never will have a cure. Children with ASCs will grow into adults with ASCs, which neatly brings me on to problem number 6. Neglecting autistic adults. Notice how the pie chart earlier and all the advertising we've seen from Autism Speaks so far makes absolutely no mention of autistic adults. Remember how only 4% of the funding went to families of people with ASCs? Want to know the percentage of funding that went towards support for autistic adults? 3%? 1%? Nope. 0.25%. Because of the rhetoric they like to spread about how autistic children are a burden on family life, giving the impression that autistic children will become autistic adults regardless of how much time, effort and money they throw at what they perceive to be a problem, would go against the message of hope for a cure that they like to peddle. The end result is that a group of people, marginalised by society at large as it is, don't even get any support from the largest group in the world that is meant to be representing their needs.
This up get me mad.
Quick one, there's only 2 points left, but they're both pretty heavy ones. Problem number 7, anti-vax campaign. The old myth of vaccines causing autism has been a massive problem. One that has scared parents into not properly immunising their children, and those children end seriously ill or worse because of easily preventable diseases. Autism Speaks didn't wake up to the consequences of their stance on vaccines for 10 years. In that time, they lost board members, disgusted at their refusal to accept the view of the vast majority of the scientific community, and countless cases of parents being jailed for the deaths of their children after they refused to vaccinate them. Autism Speaks might be on the right side of this argument now, but the fact that it took them until March 2015 to get there is beyond horrific. Finally, problem number 8, supporting the George Rodenberg Centre.
This is one that
This
got me
is, in my
angry.
opinion at least, the worst thing that Autism Speaks has been involved with. Because the behaviours used by the centre pretty much represent an endgame to the thinking behind the rhetoric that Autism Speaks uses regularly. For those who don't know, the Judge Rotenberg Centre presents itself as a treatment centre for children with behavioural difficulties, including children on the autism spectrum. A part of life for people on the autism spectrum is the meltdown, where sensory stimulation has gone beyond what they're physically able to tolerate. They react to the situation in a variety of different ways depending on the person. Judge Rotenberg Centre caught heavy criticism for attempting to manage meltdowns by restraining students and shocking them with electric currents emitted through electrodes that they are forced to wear inside the centre and which can be activated remotely. Here's footage of the method in practice. Now, one, this is pretty graphic.
This is the video that the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton has fought long and hard to keep from the public eye. The center convinced a judge 8 years ago to seal it, and the battle continued right up until it was played in court, as lawyers for the center asked the judge to bar our camera from recording it. The judge said no, and now for the first time ever, the public can see for itself what these controversial electric shocks look like in use. Dramatic video of New York teenager Andre McCollins, restrained face down,
We were on the
a helmet
autism
on his head,
spectrum.
screaming for help. Judge Rotenberg Center calls it treatment.
It's not treatment, it's torture.
No shock alert, 16 or 17. 31 that day.
As McCollins' attorney just described, the teenager was shocked 31 times in all that day in 2002. McCollins is suing the Canton-based center, calling it torture.
It
Lawyers
is.
for the center and its clinicians say McCollins needed aversive therapy because he was aggressive.
Well, crap. They say anything from an autistic person is aggressive. That ain't true.
It was an emotional day for McCollins' mother, Cheryl, who was in court as video was played from the beginning of Andre's ordeal. He was shocked and restrained after refusing to take off his coat.
Look, all he said was no. That they told him to take off his jacket. All he said was no, and they simply got kicked out and said, you know what? You can make it look like it was his fault and sock him and do the punishment. Like Nazis do to the Jew, like they say no and they killed him. So, it's up that Autism Speaks to support, and I am dead against them.
I never signed up for him to be tortured, terrorized, and abused. I had no idea that they tortured the children in the city.
This is what they do to people like on the autism spectrum if we just stand up.
I couldn't turn on
This
his
just
head
get me mad.
to the right. He was just staring.
They literally did this to this autistic kid, and they shocked him just because he said no. This crap happens to people like on a daily basis in places.
And hearing staff members laughing while their son was on the floor. You should see more video on Wednesday in court. Cheryl McCollins returns.
And here match up saying Autism Speaks support them.
After this footage was presented to a jury, and after at least 6 children were killed on their watch, the Judge Rotenberg Centre were provided a stall at a fundraising walk organised by Autism Speaks, representing an endorsement of the centre as a resource for parents of autistic children. The actions of the Judge Rotenberg Centre are not treatments, they are torture. And they play into the overarching theme of all these problems. the removal of agency and independence of thought for the person with an ASC. People whose opinions are not sought and who have to tolerate social isolation and severe mental and physical harm, all because the biggest autism charity in the world refuses to listen to the very people that they claim to represent. That is why I refuse to light it up blue. That is why I get upset when I see others doing it. That is why I want to do everything in my power to help those amazing autism charities led by autistic people to be able to do the incredible work that they do
Like the
and tackle
Autism
the stigma
Self-Advocacy
surrounding
Group
ASCs
and
in spite
Inca,
of
with
everything
our
but
group
my
that I
autism speaks
support.
don't do it. And I hope after watching this that you will too. Thanks for watching.
But it's up that people on autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. And Autism Speak support this type of stuff. They support torturing people on autism spectrum. That really get me aggravated. And it would really screw people like on autism spectrum up. Really. It really aggravates me. About people like us, this stuff is technically torture. We go to hell and back. And I mean it. I'm just saying. If we don't stand up to people like this stuff will keep on happening. But we can change it and make sure it don't happen to any other person on the autism spectrum.
Quick disclaimer.
This was the video I did watch. So is Weinberg Center in New York, where my friend lives. I can talk to her, and since it's up to her, because she's part of Inca, I think it's time for us to give them their own medicine. Because
Behavioral difficulties, including
now I'm going to show this part again.
A part of life for people on the autism spectrum is the meltdown, where sensory stimulation has gone beyond what they're physically able to tolerate. They react to the situation in a variety of different ways depending on the person.
Because I found
Judge Rotenberg Center caught heavy criticism for attempting to manage meltdowns by restraining students and shocking them with electric currents emitted through electrodes that they are forced to wear inside the center and which can be activated remotely. Here's footage of the method in practice. And one, this is pretty graphic.
This is the video that the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton has fought long and hard to keep from the public eye. The center convinced the judge 8 years ago to seal it, and the battle continued right up until it was played in court, as lawyers for the center asked the judge to bar our camera from recording it. The judge said no. And now for the first time ever, the public can see for itself what these controversial electric shocks look like in use.
the person right there had autism, like me and my fiance. This stuff is really what get me ticked off.
Dramatic video of New York teenager Andre McCollins, restrained face down, a helmet on his head, screaming for help. Judge Rotenberg Center calls it treatment.
Or shock number 16 or 17. 31 that day.
As McCollins' attorney just
It's
described,
that
the
get me
teenager
really
was shot
ticked off.
31 times in all that day in 2002. McCollins is suing the
Even though it
Kennedy
was almost
Center,
20
calling it
years ago,
torture.
they still do
Lawyers for the
this.
center and its clinicians say McCollins needed aversive therapy because he was aggressive.
It really pisses me off. It's
It was an
stuff
emotional
that
day
get
for
me
McCollins' mother,
pissed off.
Cheryl. Was in court as video was played from the beginning of Andre's ordeal. He was shocked and restrained after refusing to take off his coat.
He said, all he said was no. He said no, and they decided it was justifiable to electrocute him and trap him down. And so, that right there, if I were government, I would arrest it everybody in that building and put them for terrorism, and it's up. If that happened now, with everything, that would have been up to capital punishment. The torture is technically torturing somebody, even a cop or anybody, is technically capital punishment. So I would have put almost everybody who worked here in jail if it were me. If I was one who was senator at the time, I would have put a warrant for everybody who worked here under arrest.
No idea that they tortured the children in the school.
Cheryl testified what her son was like when she visited him 3 days later.
I couldn't turn Andre's head to the left, to the right. He was just staring straight. I took my hands and I went like this. He didn't blink.
Cheryl McCollins did get Andre to Children's Hospital that day, where he was diagnosed with acute stress response caused by the shocks. The jury also heard her testify about watching the video and hearing staff members laughing while their son was on the floor. We should see more video on Wednesday in court as Cheryl McCollins returns to the witness stand. I'm Mike Bodette for Fox Undercover.
After this footage was presented to the jury, and after at least 6 children were killed on their watch, Judge Rotenberg Center were provided the stall at a
died because of them.
organised by Autism Speaks, representing an endorsement of the centre as a resource for parents of autistic children. The actions of the Judge Rotenberg Center are not treatment.
Sorry about that, everybody. I think we clicked the wrong button.
The removal of agency and independence of thought for the person with an ASC. People whose opinions are not sought and who have to tolerate social isolation and severe mental and physical harm, all because the biggest autism charity in the world refuses to listen to the very people that they claim to represent.
They don't really help.
That is why I refuse to light it up blue.
That's
why
the
I
reason
get
why.
upset when I see others doing it.
That's the reason why I do not support Autism Speaks. The reason why I do not support Autism Speaks is that exact crap that they do to people like us right there. And I call them Nazis. In my book, they are Nazis for what they do, and I mean it. Because it's what people on the autism spectrum like to deal with on a daily basis. What are they doing? It's starting to slowly get dark outside, so I'm turning on my light. There we go. But this is what people on the autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. I'm going to see Bella online with fiance. But this is what people like on the autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. This is stuff that get me really ticked off. I hope you're watching it, Belle, and I hope you're watching it, Anthony. I hope you both watch it, but this is what people like on the autism spectrum deal with on a daily basis. It ain't right. It really is. And I mean it. And I learned to stand up against people like that. That eventually, if we keep on telling them, enough is enough, we'll tell them one of these days. Oh, and the only reason why my thumbnail is me right now is because my thumbnail thing is not working right. That's the reason why. I would have my thumbnail like is if YouTube were working properly, but there actually is a system glitch right now. That's the reason why. But yeah. But those are some of the reasons why I do not support autism speech. And my friend about to her autism live video later on. I just shout out for 2 fellow YouTubers, or at least 4 fellow YouTubers today. But yeah. The people aren't not to expect like us. We have talent. We have mad talents. And I really do mean it. I have fellow YouTubers who do singing, a lot of stuff, even gaming, rail fanning like I do, because yeah, I know I do rail fanning on my YouTube channel too. But yeah, I do all I can do to get my voice out there. But yeah. And you guys probably know I'm not a big fan of ads. They take too long. But I choose to support people like on a voice. Particularly who are on autism spectrum. Those are the people I support. But yeah. But everybody is different. I really mean it. And it's something I really do support. And I hope you guys can too. Oh, and I am a big fan of H.O. DeWeary and Val Gaming, who are 2 YouTubers that I'm a big fan of. YouTubers have their own fans too, that they, their own people that they are a fan of, too. And I really do mean it. Yeah. It's ironic in a way. Oh, yeah. But I am also using my tablet. And yeah, I do multitask. But everybody is different, including me, including my fiance. Nobody is the same. But if you guys don't know, we're also, like what I said earlier, by train tracks. And you guys know I do my rail fanning video right by my house now. And yeah. I'm sorry about that, a little bit distracted by YouTube on my tablet. Yeah. My stepdad, it looked like he's getting ready to cook something on barbecue. Yeah, I'm in my room. Even though it's been about 2 weeks now since we moved in, still working some stuff out. But this is where my setup for my live streaming and doing videos won't be at for now on. Rail fanning video, I will still try to go out to our area, but I'll be doing most of my rail fanning video by the house now. So that I'll be doing a lot more of. Yeah, just know it's very hard to keep this stuff up. I mean, you know, futon. If you guys don't know, futon is a bed and a couch put together. But I have one. For people who don't know what a futon is. But yeah. But back at cramp. That's from getting older. Older do suck sometimes, but it gets seen. If you guys know what I mean. That one thing about getting older that sucks at back pain, but I like getting older. You learn from your experience. And yet, change is part of life. People on autism spectrum, we can get it crazy, but yeah. But people on autism spectrum, we are used to it. Including me and my fiance Valdaria. She is a hell of a singer, and if you guys go to her YouTube channel, she sings. But yeah. But everybody is different. And I really do mean it. Nobody is the same. Including me. Oh, my nose is starting to get a little leaky. Sorry. A little leaky. Like Leafy. Anybody remember that YouTuber, Leafy? I'll be honest. You would check out when he did that thing about that fellow YouTuber who was on autism spectrum, Tommy43. I got very ticked off when he insulted him because he was insulting the autism community. But he apologized with, now Autism Speak, on their hand, do not apologize. They just simply go in with the stereotype and they don't even think of people like that. Pop my phone. Sorry about that, I kinda popped my phone. But yeah. But everybody on this spectrum is different. I really mean it. It may sound crazy, but nobody is the same. Everybody can have the same interests, but everybody can be different in a way. And I really mean it. And not a fact. You can be so different than people think you are. You can surprise them. And those families who record for people on autism spectrum who have meltdown and all that, and show what they do on a daily basis, shame on you. You make people like that on autism spectrum look bad. I'm not condoning what you guys do. It's just that you guys really insult people like that on autism spectrum. It's very offensive. Like, it really is. And with those new media people who take forms of that, shame on you. And I'm disgusted at you people. That is something I don't like. People on autism spectrum like go through this stuff on a daily basis. And I do not support them. Well, I don't support T-Series. If you guys don't know what T-Series is, it's an Indian company. Even though some of my friends are Indian, the only reason why I don't... Now, if it was only one person who had it, I would support them, but because it's a company brand, I don't. I don't support company brand because they get too much control over a company like YouTube and it's over. But PewDiePie is still the king. There's a reason why I support PewDiePie. Because name brands I do not support unless they support us. T-Series do not. I guarantee if that happened, there's going to be a big problem. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry to see what's going on outside. Whoa, why everybody running? Oh, I see. When a dog never ran out of the yard. That explains the reason why. I'll never get YouTube subtitle on here at the house. Because it's not normal. Or technically it's normal. Normal, I can't get YouTube. Because if you think about it, change is everything. So, if you exactly I can change is normal. Just repeating over the same day, like doing the same thing over and over, that's crazy. So, it's ironic. There's a reason why. Oh no, with that. But yeah, everybody is different on stuff. I really mean it. And here's something that they say. People on autism spectrum, they say we're not sexually active. Not a complete bullcrap lie. Me and my fiance are. Oh, everybody is different. But I can go to my fiance YouTube channel now and show you what I mean. Exactly, me and my fiance, when her talent was singing. Well, 1 subscriber. That's fine, I'll bring that back up. But my fiance can get a hell of a singer. That's my fiance's voice right there. That's my fiance's voice right there. If you guys don't know, my fiance, she's Filipino. She's from the Philippines. what my fiance sound like when she's singing. But that's what my fiance sound like when she sings. She is beautiful when it comes to singing. That's it.
What did I feel about joining the musical?
I don't know. Video.
And then my third one is, you know, slow down. The slow down process of relationship with my long distance boyfriend David Mitchell, and
Me. We did love back in 25, right before I proposed to her. Like 2 months before I proposed to her. And here it comes between me and her. Will be $8 million. Yeah, that my fiance felt hard for you. Yeah, me and Val have been going strong for almost 2 years. But yeah. It's crazy. The stuff that we do. But yeah. But everybody is different. I really do. I am on Messenger. But yeah. I keep myself on Messenger updated. Yeah. But yeah, I keep my Messenger up to date and keep note on what I have planned with everybody, if you guys know what I mean. There a funny video on here, but I'm not showing you guys. Never mind about that. It's too inappropriate, but you know, inappropriate video don't go on my YouTube channel. So yes, I have seen them inappropriate stuff before. But yeah, any of people on awesome stuff, we can be dirty too. We can be. So yeah, everybody is different. But yeah. am updating some stuff. Not right. Yes. Just put them right there.
Hello.
Sit right.
Hi.
My mom. My mom. Sorry about that. That's why my mom bringing more of my clothes that I'll have to put away in a few minutes. But yeah. But I am updating some stuff on my messenger. Always keep a messenger update. But always best to keep stuff up there updated. You know, I'll be sending the link. With my life up there. But yeah, and after this, I'll be going to, try to get some real things. That's where I'm going to try to get the thumbnail on the work video uploaded. But yeah. But you see people all, and if you guys want to know when me and Vel got engaged, I will go to Facebook. There's the proof right there. It was January 23rd of 2018. And it almost been a year since me and her got engaged. Our wedding will be in August on Michael Jackson's birthday. With the 29th. So me and Vel will be doing our birthday on the, well, not our birthday, but our wedding on 29th because there are songs that she wants to do for me to make it special. So that's gonna be a special thing. But yeah. But Vel, she is my fiancée. Ooh, my fiance got a new mic set. Dang. I know Bella excited about that. My fiance. I love how my fiance did that 1940s look. She did look sexy in it. Yeah, my cheeks have turned red. But yeah, I got our friend too, our friend who from, in particular, he born here in the U.S., but his parents are from India, and named Abad, the Indian. He is friends of mine. One thing I do not like is scammers and blackmailers who trick people. I'm just going to ignore that because one, it not cool. But yeah. I'm just going to ignore this. And I don't, look at them. But yeah. It's crazy, but there's some stuff I can't say. But yeah. You guys know I'm a big supporter of high-speed rail. You guys know I am. But yeah. But yeah. I am checking everything. I am part of the American High Speed Rail Club too anyway. But yeah. And you gotta know I'm a big supporter of high speed rail here in the US. You guys know I am. Excuse me. But yeah. But tomorrow is President's Day. So tomorrow is a holiday. So yeah. So tomorrow probably everybody gonna be off from work and relaxing. But yeah. For anybody who don't understand why I do not support autism speak, go rewind the video or look at my other video that's about me talking about them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do. But yeah. Oh, and a blood moon video. That was something that I was not expecting to do, but I did anyway. Back a few months ago. But it was pretty epic. But yeah. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you enjoyed the holiday tomorrow. I really do. But yeah. And remember, keep getting our voices out there. And for people like us, I know we can do it. Keep speaking our voice. We will eventually get through. Don't give up. I really mean it. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I really do. But yeah. I really hope everybody enjoyed this video. And I'll keep on doing what I can do for full consent. And I really do mean it. But yes. Keep on moving at best that we can do. But yeah. And I hope you guys